is what did Blanket say? It's the joke is when she answered, "Oh shit," or
Oh, okay. That
or
is exactly the thing. Yes. So when you say the expression that you say when you fall off, right, is a famous "oh shit," right, which is an let's say it says here taboo, right? Taboo because a lot of people don't consider it nice. So never say this in the office. Like never say this in a meeting. Never say this in a formal uh, environment, right? There is something called swear words. Swear words are words that are like words that are taboo. Okay, so a swear word that many people find offensive used to show that you are angry or annoyed. So technically, this is an exclamation. A swear word exclamation, remember. Okay? Do you understand what swear word mean? God, do you understand it?
okay. Teacher, sorry because my internet is very bad. You
Yeah.
asking me something?
Well, I asked if you understand what swear word mean.
Okay, swear word. Mm, no, I don't know what is swear.
Okay, okay. And where is Luis? Where is it say? Are you there, guys? Okay, Luis is not there. Nietzsche is not
Uh,
there. Oh, there you are.
yeah, so I don't know, maybe as for example, s- stupid or something like this.
Ah, exactly. The word stupid can be considered swear in some settings. Uh-huh.
This is something that is not nothing polite.
No polite, exactly. No polite at all. The opposite of polite, actually.
Yes, completely.
Uh-huh. And it's not because it is, well, polite is a description, swear is the action, the verb. You know what I mean? So when you swear, you are saying offensive language. You are using offensive language.
So, so the correct word is not offending.
The correct
You're,
word is not offending. Exactly. Uh-huh.
so you don't say I am offending someone. You say I am swearing someone.
No, I am swearing. It's intransitive.
I am sorry.
You know?
Okay.
Look at the examples. Read these three.
So whatever who is the receiver of your message.
Exactly. There's no receiver in this case because swearing is not something that you send. It's more like something you said. Like it's the bad action. Not that you send it to a specific person. Like if you fall off and you say, "Oh shit," that you are not offending nobody. Do you agree?
Okay, okay, but if you would like to be specific about who is being uh who feels how who is the receiver of your offensive word,
Right. If you're offending somebody, well, the word is offense or offending.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
You offend another person. But if you do it like it's a person who, for example, grandmothers usually hit you on the mouth if you swear. You know, they're
Yes.
gonna wash your mouth with soap
With
if you
something.
swear. With soap if you swear.
Oh, that was terrible, teacher. I
Yes.
think when I was a child, I suffered that kind of
Really?
corrective action. Yes, and it had
Corrective
a
action.
terrible.
You got your mouth washed with soap.
Yes, and I think that instead of helping me to don't swear, I
You
think that
swore
helped me.
more.
Yeah, now I swear more.
Actually, oh, that's a very good, interesting thing. Let me show you the verb forms because this is an irregular verb. This is not easy. Swear, swore, and sworn. Okay, take it as a little note. So it helps you. You started, you swore more after that. Past. Got it? So back to the explanation. Sophie said, okay, it's different to say like what did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? Remember? The blanket, which is this, right? This is a blanket. The blanket is in the bottom of the on the corner of the bed, and it fell off. If you watch the video, she never says, "Oh shit." Listen.
What did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? I don't know. I don't know. What did the blanket say when it fell off the bed? Oh, sheet.
So what's this? Because it's not the same word.
No. I pronounce wrong, but I know that it's not the same.
What is the difference here
And that,
in the pronunciation?
mm, oh shit. No, that's where I think that's the joke because it sounds like it should as if the blanket said that.
When he fell
But
off. When it fell
it
off.
means it's like but I know that this word, but I don't remember what it means.
Who knows
Oh,
anything about this word? Does Victor know? Does Itza know? What is heat?
Shit is not the. Uh, I think that word is used in, for example, in Microsoft Excel.
Uh-huh. Like a spreadsheet.
Yes, a
Yes,
kind
of
of
course.
table, huh?
Uh-huh, which is a table, that's right. But that's no relation with the blanket, right?
But at the same time, I think it used you know, sabana.
Ah, okay. Try to explain that in English.
Yes. So sheet is the fabric that you use in your bed, right?
Exactly. It's something designed specifically to cover your bed. They are called bed clothing.
When you lie, when you lie, no,
When you what?
when you, I don't remember. It's uh, I don't remember the word. The word lie, lion. No.
Lie, lay,
Uh-huh.
lie, lay. No, I think it's lay because lie is yourself, your own
Ah,
body.
yes. So that is the intention of this fabric, right? In your bed,
You lay them on your bed.
you
That's
lay on
right.
in your bed. So
Precisely.
instead of lie on the in this fabric, you lie on the sheet.
Exactly. You lay on the sheet. You lay on top of it, right? Then the difference here, and it's very important, how you pronounce it. Because the exclamation that Sophie said, it was technically right, but the pronunciation was different. So if you don't pronounce correctly, the joke doesn't work. It's very interesting. What is the difference between this one and this one? Okay, let's go through my soundboard and let me show you the the different icons, the different sounds that exist in English. So this is my soundboard. No, it's not the color chart. It's just a different thing. Okay? And what is different about this one is that you got the symbology that you can see in the dictionary. Had I showed this to you guys? I think this is new for Luis and Victor.
I have never used it. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect. Well, I think this is my perfected version of it. You know what I mean? My perfected version of the other chart that you are familiar with. That I'm not gonna use the name because it's copyright, right? But I really, really consider this more useful because this is the same phonetic symbols that you will see in the dictionary. And if you observe the dictionary, you are going to see that this is an I without a dot, which exists in the soundboard as this sound. Attention.
E, E,
There is a sound that is a little bit different compared to the one over here. If you observe this one, now there is a dot. Do you see it? This one has a different sound.
I, I, E, E.
Did you hear?
So in this second one sounds more like the letter E.
In Spanish. You're thinking in Spanish. No, 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 no. You need to think about this. If you want to think in English, you need to think the letter E is the same sound. E. You know? That's thinking in English. And if you think about letter I is much more open. You need to open the mouth a little bit more. So you need to make an open sound too. Shit. Sheet. Shit. Sheet. And they sound different. So thinking in English is every time you see the letter E, you need to think in the name of the letter in English. What's the name of the letter in English?
E.
Exactly. Right? Therefore, every time you see letter E, that's the same sound. That works with the word sheet, with the word email,
Email.
the word event. I know this one doesn't apply. So let's go then with please.
Please.
You see? All these words that have an E, I mean the majority as you saw, they have the sound that corresponds to the word. And you will have other exceptions where you need the other sound. For example, the word been in past participle, the pronunciation is been, not been.
Bin. Bin.
Have been. You see what I mean? Yes, do you understand it or you don't?
Okay, so teacher, the joke is referred to that pronunciation.
Exactly. The joke is the pronunciation. It's not the simple thing that the blanket speaks, you know? No. It's like the pronunciation is the joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's a curious thing
Okay.
about this one. So interesting. So different. So differently different. Did you understand it, guys? Louis, Vic, it's
Yes. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
right? The pronunciation is so interesting in this one, and that's why the joke is funny, because it's the exclamation, right, that you make when you are going to fall down. You're gonna say, "Oh shit," you know. But the blanket is, well, it's a sheet, so it's funny. That's the thing. Let's watch the whole video again.
What did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? I don't know. I don't know. What did the blanket say when it fell off the bed? Oh, sheet. Do you remember the joke I told you about the chiropractor? The chiropractor. Chiropractor.
No, I don't really remember you mentioning a chiropractor.
Well, it was a week back.
Oh, was it? Oh! I walked into that one.
She liked the second one. You're having so much fun. That's the thing. Ta-da. American comedy. Let's go. Perfect. So, did you understand both? Are you ready? Great.
Yes.
Let's go through some interesting stuff. Okay, what we're going to do right now is we are going to analyze the video that we are going to spend the week analyzing. Okay, last week we saw a video about audio and music, television sets, no? We had a conversation about that. So today we're gonna go a little bit different, on a different way. It's called "Where Are All the Bob Ross Paintings?" Who remembers Bob Ross? Who is this guy? Does anyone remember this guy? This face?
Yes, I remember when I was a child.
Me
A
too, right?
painter. Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. A very particular voice tone
Yes.
narrating how he was imagining something and painting it.
Right? He made it look so easy.
So we have a tree, a dog's what? I don't know, swimming. Oh, Let's now paint a mountain here. Yes, a beautiful
Exactly.
mountain. What's happening?
A beautiful happy mountain, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was legendary. Like Bob Ross is like the kind of person that the world needs.
Yes, I think it's very, very patient. I think.
Yeah, he's very patient, so relaxing. Listening to his voice is like you can relax, you know? You can just uh-huh. And I remember I used to sleep when like take a nap whenever he was painting. Don't you remember? Did you do that?
Yeah, yes, I think because I was a child, so if now it's relaxing,
Exactly, exactly.
imagine 20 years ago.
Yes, man. 20 years ago. Damn, we're gonna start talking about our old life, you know? That was this TV show. I don't know remember what channel broadcasted it in Mexico. I think it's channel 11 from
Yes, Channel
Polytechnico.
11.
Am I
Yes,
right?
11.
Yes.
Yeah, it was channel 11. That was so cool. What memories do you have about Bob Ross, Victor?
Uh, he was a very good artist because I think that he had his technique, something
Yes,
like Bob Ross technique. No?
totally.
Yeah, so it is very important also to the art.
Totally. Yes, he's a very important face. That's why it's so interesting to see, hey, what happened to his work? Because imagine
Yes.
how many episodes were in the series. Every episode was a painting. Where are they? You know? And they say that they cost some money. They actually have an interesting value, you know? So that is the thing about that. Now, who knows what happened to him? Where is he now?
He's dead, right?
He's dead. Yeah, which makes the mystery even bigger. Yeah.
I cannot understand. He's dead. Oh.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead actually. Uh-huh. He's dead, which makes the mystery even bigger. No, he died. So where's his work, right? There is a
The
man.
world. He.
His work,
Ah,
his paintings, and his everything he finished during
okay.
his life or during the TV show. No, because this was the only TV show that focused on art like that. You know, like finishing a painting during the whole episode. It's like I mean, it was a really interesting format, but there's no evidence about the whereabouts. Let me show you a new word. The whereabouts. Whereabouts. Tell me, Luis, what is a whereabouts?
What about uh, the place where somebody or something is? His whereabouts. His whereabouts are is still unknown. Okay.
The place. So the whenever something is missing, you don't know the whereabouts.
I think this word was so useful. There is a program that I don't remember what is the name in English, but maybe doing a bad translation to from Spanish to English, where something like mystery without answer or mystery without being solved.
Right.
And
Unsolved mysteries.
uh, and they used a lot. I think this word when
Totally.
something was missed.
Exactly. When something is missing, when you're talking about the police and investigations and things like that, you say, hey, we don't know we don't know the whereabouts of this person. We don't know the whereabouts of these treasures, you know.
Sí, para ti es desconocido.
Ajá, exactly. In Spanish. Come on, think in English, think in English. yes, you have an idea.
Mi gemelo malvado.
Exactly, your Spanish twin is blocking you. Now let's ask the youngest in the group to see if she remembers anything about this.
Ah, yes, Sofía.
Yeah, Sophie, what do you even remember this face? Do you know anything about this guy?
No, I don't remember.
Have no idea, right?
Mm-mm.
That's so funny. We're gonna show you. Well, you are going to discover, Sophie, the most relaxing person you've ever met. Like relaxing in a way, not relaxed, not ed, not past participle, ing, relaxing, because he produces the relaxation to you. Like he gives you relaxation. It's so soothing to hear his voice. And he was a very nice person. Like everybody remembers him very positively, but there is a history of what's the name of this? When you what's the name of this? The president always uses this word. The fight against the war against. Come on, guys, help me. The president always talks about this. He doesn't like corruption. Yes, there is a corruption history behind him. There is a scam history behind him. There is a massive Netflix documentary that blows your mind completely. And this is the summary of this documentary. Let's watch it together and let's see how it goes. Okay, attention.
This is a Bob Ross painting.
Bob Ross is one of the most iconic American painters of the 20th century. He's best known for his perm, personality, and landscape paintings. The problem is, no one knows where they are.
I'll be your host as we experience the joy of painting.
In 800 feet, turn left onto McLaren Road.
There are more than 1,000 Bob Ross paintings in the world.
There we go.
But if you want to buy a Bob Ross, you can't. And that doesn't mean people haven't tried. A lot have. And a lot's been written about it too. Because frankly, it doesn't make sense. In a 1991 article in the New York Times, Bob said he had completed nearly 30,000 paintings. So when this guy wanted to buy one for his brother, he didn't think it would be a problem. He couldn't find one at an auction, in a gallery, on the internet.
We don't know.
And sure, there are a lot of paintings out there inspired by Bob Ross.
Tap, 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 roll.
But they're not the real thing. So it made us wonder, where could a collection of paintings worth likely millions of dollars possibly have gone?
You've arrived.
Not a professional box opener. I started in 2017. They were organized pretty well, but it was kind of one of those things where it's like, we need to take all this out and like figure out what is here. And I was terrified of touching these paintings because I was like, these are worth more than me.
So that's where all the paintings are.
Not climate controlled. We got them safe in a room, packed away.
Organized fairly well.
Definitely not white glove service.
They don't plan on selling them. Wasn't really Bob's thing.
It actually has never occurred to us. I guess I wouldn't even know how to answer that question because we've never even really talked about it.
The show went like this. It was 26 minutes long, unedited, and you never saw the finished painting before you started.
He did 31 series, each being 13 programs, each having 3 versions. That's a lot of paintings.
Not many people know that Bob actually completed each painting 3 times. One before the show, one during the show, and one after the show, which is why there's so many of them.
He would write book, on the really, really good one. He would mark one of them TV, and that was the slightly not great one. And then the third one would be marked Kowalski for my mother.
I don't like this being a movie star. I'm old. You know, I know you want to know what that young guy was running around with this old woman. Guess what? Bob and I used to be the same age.
I'd like to introduce you to my partner and longtime friend, Annette Kowalski. Annette, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bob.
Annette was involved in lots of different art forms earlier than Bob Ross, and I always encouraged her.
No painting is complete without a few daisies. So let's add some daisies. I want nice, clean white. I made all the shirts he wears on TV.
She also discovered Bob Ross, pretty much by accident. When Walt and Annette's oldest son died, Walt signed Annette up for classes with the TV painter Bill Alexander.
You and I, with all our creative power, we will create a better tomorrow. I love you.
But Bill wasn't teaching anymore, so they got a guy named Bob Ross instead.
Well, 5 days of classes with this unknown Bob Ross in Clearwater, Florida.
Let's just blend this out like so. It'll all come together. Let it work. There.
The first day I took the class with Bob, I was so mesmerized by Bob that I couldn't paint.
Can you describe a little bit what your first encounter with Bob Ross was like? What you thought when you met this guy?
I had a positive feeling about him when I saw him.
And it turned out to be a good call. Bob eventually moved in with Walt and Annette, and now they own almost all of his paintings.
Well, is that a Bob Ross over there?
That is a Bob Ross painting, because somebody told me that it was.
Right now, I can pretty much recognize the Bob Ross painting.
A lot of the public, they think that any painting that has a tree and a mountain must be a Bob Ross painting.
I'm really a tree and mountain type person.
They're like sure that he's the only one that's ever painted a landscape before.
There are some telltale signs as to whether or not a painting is a real Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob. He wanted no sign of people. I don't know why. He didn't like people, I guess. He touched that tree one time, one stroke. The clouds are not Bob Ross clouds.
It's like describing the taste of chocolate.
This has been labored over.
My father did have to talk to a woman once, many years ago, who had purchased a painting that was not a Bob Ross painting, and she was just devastated.
Bob is such a legend and become such a big factor in people's lives.
For our social media, we have like a fancy quote on Fridays with like a nice picture, and then like a more casual quote on Wednesdays. Maybe there's a stone right here, so we'll put a little stone on. See?
There lives a little stone.
Maybe he's got a little friend named Harold.
This is Harold the Stone right here.
And like, sometimes I just sneak those in on the casual Wednesday quotes just because they make me really happy.
We are here for fans of Bob Ross. Like, if they call us, we're going to listen. And sometimes the calls go on for a very long time.
You pick up and like, there's that squirrel I was telling you about is back today. It's just nice little phone calls.
And that's what the staff at Bob Ross Inc. does.
It's 1-800-BOB-ROSS. Yay us, right?
They package and ship Bob's line of paint supplies and largely manage his modern-day image.
This lady painted Bob onto her lips, painting a painting, and then her nail is held up to his arm, and her nail has a tiny clear palette on it. I mean, this is what we want the Bob Ross makeup for.
Exactly.
Even though there hasn't been a new show in over 20 years, Bob's become a modern icon.
Is Bob Ross?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Ross.
Guy with the hair?
That round hair became like a thing he could not drop.
Let's paint in a few little happy trees there. And we're gonna put a happy little bush right down over here.
Ever since Bob Ross appeared on Twitch in 2014, he's gone viral.
A lot of times I almost had a heart attack when there was 30 seconds to go and he's starting on the big tree.
That's my director when we're getting low on time, and I do something like, maybe this old tree fell down. This old tree just fell down. It was tired.
Paint those back in real quick. No pressure.
He wanted to sort of be a symbol of happiness. You know, the idea of socks and toasters and waffle makers he would have loved.
And that's all you can buy. The paintings are still off limits.
It never occurred to us to sort of change the whole concept that we're not in it to sell paintings.
We can't even explain fully what this Bob Ross thing is, you know. We're asked that all the time. We can give you numerous thoughts on that, but the sum total of it, it's Bob Ross, it's the persona.
Why do you think he's become so big in the last few years?
I don't know. You could probably answer that question better. Why are you here?
Yeah, that's a great question.
You tell me.
People come into it and they're like, oh, it's just like this guy with his afro and it's like so silly and he paints like these landscapes, whatever. And then they watch it and they're like, oh my God, what? I actually really love this. And then they've watched like 50 episodes.
It looks really pretty. Ooh, it's perfect. You nailed it.
Good night. Someone happy Friday.
I can only go back to that first day that I was in the class with him, and I feel like the whole world now is seeing what I saw that first day.
They were ecstatic. They're like, this is totally going to be an exhibit. And then they invited us out to the Smithsonian to look. It's going to be in the American history. You're so scared. The Museum of Modern American.
It's the Smithsonian National Museum of American History.
Say out loud, your work will never hang in a museum. No. Bob!
Well, maybe it will, but probably not the Smithsonian.
Because why, Bob?
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, what did you understand? What happened on the video? Let's begin with Victor. What did you understand on the video?
The video talks about what was the word? I don't remember. But the word that you say before the video that talks about the place where something or some are.
Sure. You're talking about the whereabouts.
Yes, that word. The whereabouts of some paintings of Bob Ross, and also talk about Bob Inc. That is like an enterprise.
Yes.
That with Kowalski, Wasowski. I don't remember that.
Wasowski. The Kowalski, yes.
Yes.
Wasowski.
Yes.
Yes.
Madame Wasowski also talks about that and how they recognize and classify the paintings of Ross.
Yes, precisely. And how is it? Explain any of the 3 points. Which one did you understand better?
I remember that was 3 points because Bob classified his painting before, after, before the program, something like that. It is like 3 times of evolution of the pain.
Right. He was at the beginning, which information that nobody knows, no? That was very backstage.
Yes.
Where is this information? I don't remember. It was before the Kowalskis. But yes, precisely. That was actually new for me.
Yes, before fashion.
No?
Yes, yes, yes.
The fact that he painted 3 times the same picture, that's crazy.
Yes.
Uh-huh. It was really, really interesting. How long were the episodes on Bob Ross episodes? Do you remember?
No.
Did anybody catch that information? Okay.
What precisely, teacher? Sorry.
Okay, again. How long was every episode? Uh-huh. What was the length?
No.
You don't remember?
I think when I was a child, I think 1 hour. What?
Yeah, that was our perception as a child, you know. But in the video, they say that every Bob Ross episode was 25 minutes long. That's crazy. It was just a half an hour, less than half an hour. So our perception as a child, it was like very, very long, but really it was just a capsule between commercials, and that was it. That's crazy. So it was 25 minutes uncut, no edit, painting the picture for TV, and then making a copy that was better, with more time and better put. No, that was very interesting. Let's give it a pause because Jesse is in the chat. Okay, so Jesse, my
Yes,
pleasure.
thank you.
Hi, girl.
Good morning, everyone.
Wait.
So I will say attendance, please.
Sure.
Luis.
Hi, Jesse. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Thank you. Victor.
Hi, Jesse. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor. Thank you. Jesus.
Jesus absent.
All right. Sophie.
Here, Jesse. Good morning.
Good morning, Sophie. Thank you. It's
absent.
All right. So that's all. Thank you.
You too.
Everyone.
Thank you
Have
very
a good
much.
day.
You too.
See you.
That's right. So, what did you learn about Bob Ross, Sophie? Who's this guy?
That I learned he likes paint landscapes, and he's a no how they say he's a they say that they say I don't remember it. Mountain, I think mountain guy, something. Yeah.
What do you mean with mountain? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
that well, I don't remember who in the video said that. Bob Ross is a mountain guy, so that's the reason he likes to paint landscapes, because he just painted landscapes. Many
But
type
I
of
didn't understand. He's a mountain?
a mountain guy.
A mountain guy. Oh, okay. Yes, he himself said that. He himself
Mhm.
said that.
What else? What else? I understand that they in this gallery or museum, these people collect uh, copies of his paintings, right? Because they, well, anybody knows where they are the original ones. People have searched in the internet, and all the paintings that sell, they are copy, or they are fake. They are not the original ones. But in this museum, I think, or gallery, they collect uh, many of the copies and show the public. And but I'm not sure if I understand well this part of the
Yeah.
information.
The whole. Are you talking about the museum that was at the end of the video, or are you talking about the office?
The office. The office.
Okay. Okay. Well, that part was very different. The Here it is. The paintings are not shown to the public. They are packed. They are in books, in boxes. All of them, you know, and they are the original ones.
They are the original?
Yes, of course. The ones that are like totally original are handled very incorrectly in a box under the offices of Bob Ross Incorporated, which is a company. If you search today Bob Ross products, you are going to see that Bob Ross actually sells a, where is it? Bob Ross paintings. No, this is shopping. Images. You know, Bob Ross sells a painting, painting supply, something like this. No, no, no. This is merch. It's crazy that I get a lot of merch, but no, this is the one. This is the products. These are the products that Bob Ross Incorporated sell today. So technically, this guy in the office are working as a painting supply company. They are not a gallery. You know, they just sell paintings, they just sell paint, they sell the kits, they sell the brushes, no? They sell all this with the face of Bob Ross. But they are not a gallery. So it's impressive how they have all Bob Ross paintings in the boxes, doing nothing. You know, there is something over here. Here are the paintings. That's the reason of this picture. Listen to this section.
Not more. And I was terrified of touching these paintings because I was like, these are worth more than me.
So that's where all the paintings are.
That's where all the paintings are. Right in the box, nowhere to be seen. Nobody can see it. Nobody can sell them. Nobody can buy them because they are not even considered to be acquired. You know, it's crazy. What do you think about this?
But I listen correctly? The Bob Ross painting are part of the Smithsonian Museum collection?
Correct. It's crazy how after all these years having the paintings in boxes, the Smithsonian wanted to recover them and make a what's the name of this? An exhibit. Make an exhibit at the as the Smithsonian, which is one of the most important museums around the whole world. and of course parts of American history. No. Yes, of course. But all this is after they found the paintings, because it was a contact of Smithsonian which made them take the paintings out of the box. If they didn't call, the paintings would still be inside boxes, doing nothing, getting rusted, probably eaten by mice. You know, it's crazy. That's it. They rescued the paintings. What do you think? Cool? Bad? Interesting? Boring? You hate this?
Interesting how they have the paintings in that conditions, and of course, if Bob Ross
in those conditions
was an icon, and so of course many people want to see his pictures, so his paintings. So
totally
dump or
it is. I agree.
Have the paintings in the box.
It's crazy. He is an icon. Like, you can see, probably it's difficult for the youngest to know how important this person is, but he's at very popular levels for many people. I didn't know that he was on Twitch. That was actually a surprise. Do you know what Twitch is? Does anybody know what Twitch is? Here he is.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the Joy of Painting series. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and brushes and...
That's crazy. So you can actually watch the episodes on Twitch. It was 4 days ago, this was 9 days ago, this was 11 days ago, and you can watch his episodes here. That is amazing. You see? So this was the guy. That's the I want to see the trailer again.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the Joy of Painting series. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and brushes and paint along with us each week as we play some of nature's masterpieces on canvas.
Have you ever heard about
ASMR?
ASMR, yes, of course.
I think the voice of this guy
totally
belongs to the family of sounds.
They should put it in the category of ASMR.
Yes, I think he was a beginner.
That's so good, so good comment. Bob Ross is the pioneer on ASMR, you know.
Yeah.
That is so true. This is a surprise to me, really. This is a surprise to me, and I definitely prefer to watch Bob Ross and girls like eating cereal in a microphone, you know. It's ASMR. Sophie's face. That's amazing. I really want to show you this video, guys. Especially like Luis and Victor's reaction was glorious. I was thinking, and you need to watch the Netflix documentary where you can see this person shows you a very nice face right now. But if you watch the documentary, you're gonna see how evil she is. Like, she's the master puppet of Bob Ross. She controlled her whole life, his whole money, and everything that could be a legacy for other people. She didn't permit it. Never. It was crazy what happened with Bob Ross when he was alive. So you should definitely watch it. The Netflix documentary is really good. But that's the video we are going to analyze. Okay, so let's keep it over here. Do you have any questions right now? Vocabulary questions or anything like that?
No, you helped me to going back to that time.
Yes, it was a nice time back. Yeah. That's a flashback.
I think at least 25 years ago, right?
Yes, minimum. Yes. He died in 1995. But his TV shows were in Channel 11 for many years after. I mean, I was a kid to 2000s, 2002, 2003, and I was watching his episodes. So
I was actually in 1996.
So you were like the last episode, probably you were.
Yes.
No, because he stopped in the 1993, something like that.
Maybe I watched the first repetition.
Exactly. You were watching the first repetitions of it, rebroadcasts. Exactly. Which it's a very interesting story. You should check it out.
Maybe Sofia is looking at us as an ancient people or something.
Yes, yes. Like these old guys.
I was a baby when you are a kid. Watch the program. I was a little baby.
Exactly. She was even
yes, I think so.
barely being born. Exactly. So it was her memories of TV don't match. Yeah, but that's the thing. Bob Ross, guys. Watch
Teacher,
it.
can you send us the link of the video?
Of course, you should watch it. Let me send it to you.
Yes.
And that's it. I'll meet you tomorrow, my people. Okay?
Okay.
Good job, guys. Have a nice day. See you later.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
See you.